On November 8, 2009, a climate change conference was held in Washington, D.C., the capital of the United States, to bring attention to the quickest and most effective solution to global warming, the organic vegan diet. Titled Humanity's Leap to the Golden Era, Washington, D.C. Climate Change Conference, the event brought together experts of science and health, as well as international ambassadors, media members, and artists that included Ambassador Banny de Brum of the Republic of the Marshall Islands, Ambassador Jacques Cross of the Republic of Suriname, Ambassador Isbin Williams of St. Kitts Nevis, Dr. Stephen Schneider, lead scientist of the reports of the Nobel Prize-winning UN Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, Dr. Michael Greger, Director of Public Health and Animal Agriculture for the Humane Society of the USA, and author of Bird Flu, a Virus of Our Own Hatching, Dr. Ruby Lathon, Nutrition Policy Manager of the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine, Dr. Peter Carter, Director of the Canadian Association of Physicians for the Environment, and Dr. Noam Moore, Adjunct Professor of Physics at New York University. Distinguished speakers address such aspects as environment, health, lifestyle, and spirituality. In addition, engaging video messages on the need to address global meat consumption were contributed by esteemed figures, including former Indian Environment Minister Maneka Gandhi, former European Parliament member Jens Holm, and leading American nutrition researcher Dr. T. Colin Campbell. The highlight of the afternoon was an informative question and answer session via video conference with the guest of honor, Supreme Master Ching Hai, who had graciously set aside her busy schedule to discuss the ways that humankind could transition to a brighter era. We now invite you to join us for part 10 of the 10-part rebroadcast of the live video conference with Supreme Master Ching Hai, titled Humanity's Leap to the Golden Era, Washington, D.C. Climate Change Conference, on November 8, 2009, in Washington, D.C., USA.
Our final question for today comes from Ms. Julie Johnson, a teacher, adult educator, and former coordinator of environment and sustainability programs at an independent boys' school in Canada.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, I'd like to say hello from Canada. My husband and I are visiting from Canada, and I know there are lots of Canadians helping out with the conference today.
Hello.
And we'd like to let you know that you're a climate hero in Canada as well as here in the States, so thank you for that.
Oh, climate hero, I like that. I like that, but I would like to save that title for all the people in the world who are doing more than I do and who are trying more than I do in their own way to save lives. By the way, I also thank them from the bottom of my heart, this opportunity. Thank you, all of you, for being heroes.
Yeah, thank you, all of you. Supreme Master, there are so many inspiring teachers in this world from many walks of life. And these educators treat children as whole beings, and in addition to teaching skills and knowledge, they also instill good values in our children. And I'm wondering, how will noble, loving education help to usher in the golden era?
Ah, good. Noble education. Yes. Hello, Canada. I have been in your beautiful country and the kind people of Canada. Very safe country. Yeah. Also because your country is peaceful, you know, make no enemies anywhere. When you don't provoke people, then you are at peace. That's a good example. You see, Canada is a good example of as you sow, so shall you reap, eh? Your country only help people and being friendly to all nations. Therefore, your country is always at peace, and the people are happy, yes. But it's cold, very cold. Even then, people are happy. They're not going anywhere, they stay there. So now, I like your expression very much. Noble, loving education, yes. And it is true that we are indebted to all the inspiring teachers whom we are honored to learn from throughout our lives. Especially the teachers who impart the moral values, as you mentioned, and a virtuous way of life, who help to nurture the citizens of the world to do good deeds selflessly, who treat others with kindness and fairness, and take care of the weak and the less fortunate. If we have more such teachers, our world could become a heaven. As the famous American historian Henry Adams said, I quote him, "A teacher affects eternity." Even eternity. Wow, not just one lifetime, eh? A good teacher. A teacher affects eternity. That's something to think about. The best way, I think, is to start with a spiritual foundation, because spiritual practice includes the basic moral and social standards. I think all the schools on our planet should include spiritual and moral standards in our school curriculum, because that's what's lacking. Yeah, deeper subject. Not just say, okay, I go to the church or I give a little to charity, which don't always even mention in the school. Now, the basic moral and social standards we must instill in the children at a young age and provide the inner support they can always lean on throughout their lifetime. A study in Canada, your country, showed that children who have spiritual faith are happier. Furthermore, meditation helps children to become calmer and more focused. For example, in the US, some studies were conducted in schools that taught children how to do simple meditation, and they report very good results, such as less anxiety, a better mood, more attention span. Such kids grow up to be the helpers and strong leaders of our societies. Now, another important part of a noble education, as you mentioned, is to encourage the children's already God-given love in nature. Actually, all the children, not just the indigo or crystal children, are born very sweet and loving and innocent. And they do have connection with God up to the age of 3 or 4. There was a very touching story, the true story. The mother told the story of her 2 children talking to each other. One child is a girl, she's 4 years old, and the other is 1 year old, laying in the crib still. And the 4 years old girl asked her younger sibling, "Please, can you tell me what God is like, what God looks like? I begin to forget already." That made me cry so much when I first heard about it. Please tell me what God is like. I begin to forget already. 4 years old, tell the 1 year old. And now, we come back to earth. We have to teach the children to be protective and loving to the innocent lives, like the animals, the helpless, the defenseless, the innocent. The blessing, actually, to our planets are the animals. This gives them a close affinity with animals since a young age. We have to teach them the value of loving kindness to others, especially to the animals. It is up to us to not suppress or deny them their love for the animals. When we feed our children animals' meat, the children, of course, become anxious and restless because it goes against their natural instinct. We put violence into their tender body when we should teach them the best example of loving kindness and compassion. It's not just the physical, but subconsciously, in being given meat, they learn something very conflicting with their own care for the animals and love in their own heart, and clashing with everything else they are taught about being loving, being kind, not harming others, not killing others. If we ourselves don't want to be harmed or to be killed, treated badly in the same way. We teach our children to be kind, to be loving, to be non-violent, but we feed them the very symbol of unkindness, of violence. That is the piece of animal flesh that we force into their tender body, by force sometimes. If you notice, many little babies, when you feed them meat, they often spit it out. And then we take it back, forcing them again and again, until they get used to it and cannot do without. And then they grow up teaching their children the same way. Isn't that a pity? Very sad affair. But it's not really the parents or the teachers' fault. It's not our fault, because we ourselves were taught the same, as I have told you. From generation to generations, one leading the next. Because we have no time to do the research on the reality of the harm of animals' diet and the benefit of vegetarian lifestyle. See, now we must take time to do it. This is truly a tragic education that have been passing on to us, and we have been passing on to our children. We shut off our sensitivity to the suffering of the animals and let ourselves forget that we are degrading ourselves, our true godlike, compassionate and innocent self. We damage our body, our intelligence, and we are killing the planet. Now all it takes is a noble teacher, a parent, or one noble role model to nurture in our children what they were born knowing, that we love and care for all living beings as we would ourselves. That's the only philosophy. And that is the only true noble way of living our lives. If we cannot teach that all life has inherent precious value, then we may wonder what is worth teaching. Jesus said that above all else, we must love one another as ourselves. The Talmud said the greatest wisdom is kindness. The Buddha taught us to uphold compassion, and the Quran reminded us to show mercy to all creatures. The Prophet in the Quran stated that Allah will not give mercy to anyone except the ones who give mercy to other creatures. It's very clear. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, also told his cousin, "Oh Ali, don't eat meat, don't eat that." So, since human history began, we have been reminded by the great and compassionate teachers like Mahavira, Jesus Christ, Moses, Buddha, Prophet Muhammad, Guru Nanak, etc., etc., and many other great teachers who have helped to uplift us already, time and again, to a more civilized way of living with one another. And if we study carefully their message and their own practice even, at the basic core of the civilized life they taught is the peace, loving vegan diet. That's the beginning of everything else. That's the beginning of moral building block. And that's the beginning of spiritual upliftment. That's the beginning of a peaceful society. if we can provide this same most basic spiritual and moral foundation for our children, then we are doing our part in noble, loving education that you mentioned. And it is certain that we will usher in a golden era. Thank you, and all heavens love you for being vegan. And your husband. God bless you. Thank you.
And thank you, Supreme Master Ching Hai, for your answer. And we want to say that you are one of the most inspiring teachers in this world.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank God for blessing me with such a privilege. I really thank heaven every day that I'm in a position to be able to contribute some humble goodness to the society. And thank you for being good audience. Thank you for your good question.
Vegetarianism in religion.
The Baha'i Faith. Regarding the eating of animal flesh and abstinence therefrom, know thou of a certainty that, in the beginning of creation, God determined the food of every living being, and to eat contrary to that determination is not approved. Selections from the Baha'i writings of some aspects of health and healing.
Buddhism. All meats eaten by living beings are of their own relatives. Lankavatara Sutra. Also, after the birth of the baby, care must be exercised not to kill any animal in order to feed the mother with meaty delicacies, and not to assemble many relatives to drink liquor or to eat meat, because at the difficult time of birth, there are innumerable evil demons, monsters, and goblins who want to consume the smelly blood. By ignorantly and adversely resorting to the killing of animals for consumption, they bring down curses upon themselves, which are detrimental to both the mother and the baby. Ksitigarbha Sutra. Be careful during the days immediately after someone's death, not killing or destroying, or creating evil karma by worshipping or offering sacrifice to demons and deities, because such killing and slaughtering committed, or such worship performed, or such sacrifice offered, would not have even an iota of force to benefit the dead, but would entwine even more sinful karma into previous karma, making it even deeper and more serious. Thus, delay his rebirth to a good state. Karma means retribution. Ksitigarbha Sutra.
Gaudai. The most important thing is to stop killing, because animals also have souls and understand like humans. If we kill and eat them, then we owe them a blood debt. Teachings of the Saints.
Christianity. Meats for the belly, and the belly for meats, but God shall destroy both it and them. Holy Bible.
And while the flesh was yet between their teeth, ere it was chewed, the wrath of the Lord was kindled against the people, and the Lord smote the people with a very great plague. Holy Bible.
Confucianism. All men have a mind which cannot bear to see the sufferings of others. The superior man, having seen the animals alive, cannot bear to see them die. Having heard their dying cries, he cannot bear to eat their flesh. Mencius. Essenes.
I am come to end the sacrifices and feasts of blood, and if ye cease not offering and eating of flesh and blood, the wrath of God shall not cease from you. Gospel of the Holy 12.
Hinduism. Since you cannot bring killed animals back to life, you are responsible for killing them. Therefore, you are going to hell. There is no way for your deliverance. Adalila.
He who desires to augment his own flesh by eating the flesh of other creatures lives in misery in whatever species he may take his birth. Mahabharata anew.
Islam. Allah will not give mercy to anyone except those who give mercy to other creatures. Hadith.
Do not allow your stomachs to become graveyards of animals. Hadith.
Jainism. A true monk should not accept such food and drink as has been specially prepared for him involving the slaughter of living beings. Sutrakatanga.
Judaism. And whatsoever man there be of the house of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn among you, that eateth any manner of blood, I will even set my face against that soul that eateth blood, and will cut him off from among his people. Holy Bible. Blood meaning flesh.
Sikhism. Those mortals who consume marijuana, flesh, and wine, no matter what pilgrimages, fasts, and rituals they follow, they will all go to hell. Guru Granth Sahib.
Taoism. Do not go into the mountain to catch birds and nets, nor to the water to poison fishes and minnows. Do not butcher the ox that plows your field. Tract of the Quiet Way.
Tibetan Buddhism. The offering to the deities of meat obtained by killing animate beings is like offering a mother the flesh of her own child, and this is a grievous failure, the supreme path of discipleship.
Zoroastrianism. Those plants I, Ahura Mazda, or God, rain down upon the earth to bring food to the faithful and fodder to the beneficent cow. Avesta.
Everybody knows that vegetarian diet is good for health and to save the planet. They will be awakening their own great, compassionate, loving self-nature, and then their level of consciousness will rise up automatically, and they will understand more than they ever did, and they'll be closer to heaven than what they are right now.
That completes our formal question and answer session. Supreme Master Qinghai, is there anything else you would like to tell us?
A few words of thank and goodbye. You see, I am grateful also for the questioners, because their questions are very, very thought-provoking, very enlightened, very concerning, very loving. Their enlightened questions, their sincere attention, support, and love for the planet give me the inspiration to give a good answer. You see, they say good answer is because of good question, no? And most of all, I appreciate all of your willingness to join hands in helping ensure the future for our world. If we are acting now and together while we still have a chance, and we still have some time, we can step into a world of our most splendid dreams and beyond. Thank you for good questions. I would like to thank again all the inspirational speakers, dignitaries, and participating quest for your many and valued contributions to the world. I also send my appreciation to the organizers for making this conference possible and successful. I can imagine how much hard work, dedication, and loving kindness have been put into this conference in order to make it as beautiful as it is. Yes. And because of that, we have all the beautiful, supportive, lively, good-looking audience. Thank you. And I salute the gracious hosting nation, America. As well as the capital of this great nation, Washington, D.C. As the speakers have said today, in so many ways, we must all rise to what is needed by the planet now and to what we know we can be. The time has come for us to change, evolve, grow, and stand tall as the rightful crown of creation, the benevolent rulers and protectors, and heaven's children on earth. I pray that each of us may walk away from this important event much more encouraged, much more knowledgeable, and readier than before to go forth in the direction of righteousness, justice, and love. Together, let us make the unprecedented leap to the golden era, to the time of compassion, harmony, kindness, and true peace that awaits us. I know that we can do it. Yes, we can, right? Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
I'm positive that we can do it. And I believe the Americans will be standing as one, blazing the trail to our shared wondrous destination. God bless us all. God bless America. God bless our world. Love you. Splendid people, wonderful people. Thank you so much. I'm also standing for you. Thank you so much. Please be seated.
Okay, and now let's celebrate with some entertainment. We are delighted to present a trio of musicians from Washington, D.C. The St. Charles Strings was founded in 2004 as an opportunity to promote chamber music through educational outreach programs and concerts. These musicians are renowned for their technique and exciting repertoire. In addition to playing classical chamber music, the St. Charles Strings are also known for their fun and uplifting arrangements of modern rock tunes, a true celebration of youth, inspiration, and endless possibilities.
Please welcome the St. Charles Strings, playing Sunrise Quartet, Allegro con Spirito.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you so much. Could you please give them some gifts for me? Yeah? Like book and a little red envelope?
Yes, Master. And we wanted to thank them for sharing their elevating music with our world audience.
Which raises the question, what will music be like in the golden era? Our final song is from Nomanjin Oldov, a singer-songwriter from Mongolia whose voice is a joy to behold.
Yeah.
This evening she will be singing From a Distance. While she performs, we will watch a video that celebrates the dawn of the golden era here on Earth. Please give a warm welcome to Nomanjin.
From a distance, the world is blue and green, and the snow-capped mountains white. From a distance, the ocean meets the stream, and the eagle takes to flight. From a distance, there's harmony, and it echoes through the land. It's the voice of hope, it's the voice of peace, it's the voice of every man.
lyric as well. Yes.
Thank you, Noman Jin, for that stunning performance. And the video was very inspiring. We are looking forward to that happy day.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, we have a special presentation for you from Mr. Lee Kin Truk, President of the Vietnamese American Media and Artists Association, Orange County, California.
Wow. Let me fly over in a minute.
Please give a warm welcome to Mr. Lee Kin Truk.
Well, thank you, thank you. Wow. Oh, thank you.
The inscription reads, "On behalf of all the people inhabiting this green world, I would like to thank you, the organizing committee, and the Supreme Master Ching Hai for all your compassionate work. Lee Kin Truk."
Oh, thank you.
And Lee Kin Truk is a journalist and president of the Vietnamese American Media and Artists Association, Orange County, California.
Cảm ơn nha. Thank you.
Good evening, the Supreme Master Ching Hai.
Good evening.
Good evening, everyone. I am a Vietnamese. I am a journalist. The Vietnamese community is Orange County, Southern California. I am very happy and honored to be here. And I am thank you very much, Supreme Master Ching Hai.
Cảm ơn anh Lý Kiên Trúc nhiều lắm ha. Chúc gia đình mạnh giỏi ha.
Many thanks for your thoughtfulness, Mr. Lee Kin Truk. Your work as a dedicated journalist is appreciated.
Yes. Gửi lời thăm mọi ký giả ở bên nhà nha. Gửi lời chúc lành ha. I send my love and regard to all the journalists at home there. And my best wishes and regards. And thanks for the award. Thank you. God bless you. In case you didn't know, he also opened a vegetarian restaurant. Please visit.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, we are very grateful for you sharing your time and your wisdom with us this afternoon. Before leaving us, would you like to share a final message?
Wow. I thought everybody should go and have a vegan gourmet dinner. Are you hungry? Okay. I just want to say thank you again. God bless you all, and God bless great America. Thank you so much. Please tell me we can be veg, go green, do good deeds, and save the planet. Say yes.
Yes!
Shall we? Bless you. We will save the planet with your help. Good night. I love you all. God bless you. God bless us. God protect the planet. See you sometime. How long? And much love to you. Love from my heart.
We wish you all the very best, Supreme Master.
I wish you all the best also. My love. Bye-bye, love.
We would like to also thank our two talented American Sign Language interpreters, Ms. Bevan McNamara and Ms. Andrea K. Smith. Their diligent work has helped the hearing impaired enjoy this very special conference.
And our special thanks to Supreme Master Television for sharing this conference with viewers around the world. Inspired by Supreme Master Ching Hai and with headquarters in Los Angeles, USA, Supreme Master Television broadcasts constructive programs with subtitles in over 40 languages.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our Humanities Leap to the Golden Era, Washington, D.C. Climate Change Conference. Wishing all of you ever greater happiness, health, and a long, joyous future. May heaven be with you always. Bye-bye.
What was your impression of today's conference on climate change?
It was beautiful. It was inspirational. It was necessary. The urgency was conveyed in just the right tone. I can't really imagine any one person feeling anything but inspired leaving.
Je viens d'un pays où il y a des problèmes environnementaux qui se posent sérieusement. Il y a des problèmes de famine qui se posent sérieusement. Alors, en venant dans cette conférence et en découvrant qu'on peut nourrir efficacement la population avec des produits végétaux qui sont produits dans la communauté, là, je suis vraiment surpris et débordé. Ce qui m'a le plus surpris, c'est l'abondance des informations qui ont été délivrées, notamment par le suprême maître, vraiment qui a beaucoup sérieusement étudié la question. Et elle a fourni suffisamment des informations pour convaincre les gens à pouvoir abandonner l'alimentation animale. Et je suis vraiment d'avis que nous devrons faire un shift. Donc, changer ce mode alimentaire vers un mode plus végétarien, pour moi, c'est la meilleure solution qui soit pour l'Afrique en général. Je crois que c'est une personne qui mérite vraiment une grande attention par la richesse et la profondeur de la matière qu'elle apporte à la communauté, par les messages de la paix et de l'amour qu'elle amène, mais bien plus que cela par les styles de vie plus durable qui permet une santé meilleure pour la communauté. Vraiment, son message mérite d'être écouté. Ouais.
Could you please tell me what you thought of the conference today?
Excellent, excellent. It was very well organized and very efficient. Now the scientific presentations were also superb. In fact, I'm totally converted. And as a result of this conference, I am now vegetarian. Now,
That's wonderful.
the evidence that I saw today, which really, really bowled me over because I've been very much for renewable energy, but when you just stop and think, eat less meat and you do more than you can do for anything else to solve the problem of global warming. Supreme Master Ching Hai, thank you for bringing about this conference, for what you're doing to try and save the animals of the world, to save the planet, to save the human race. Thank you. You are blessed, and truly, truly, we are in your debt. This is former Senator Mike Gravel. V-Veg, go green, save the planet.
Thank you for joining us for today's episode of Words of Wisdom. Golden Age Technology is up next, right after Noteworthy News. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television. Farewell and God bless.
For more details, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/WOW.